Welcome fellow Kiss fans, welcome to It's All For You Demons, celebrating the fun of being a Kiss fan. And as we enter the Halloween season, the one question on all of our minds is Phantom of the Park. And the reason Phantom of the Park is such a monumental celebration this year is October 28th. This year will be the 45th anniversary of Phantom of the Park airing on NBC TV. And the big question on all of our minds is, will Kiss embrace this anniversary? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. It's Halloween season. We're about to put up the Halloween decorations here in the Wax Night basement. So let's talk the greatest film of all time. Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park, the 45th anniversary, and will Kiss embrace this? Now, I've spoken before great lengths my love of Phantom of the Park, so I'm not going to cover that here. No, deep down inside, this is the movie that got me into Kiss. This is the vehicle Danny Thompson used to introduce me to the band, and this means more to me probably than anything, because this movie started everything for me, and it's just a part of my soul. So I thought we would start off tonight talking about something we all face as Kiss collectors, and that is when you go out in the wild trying to find Kiss goods, antique mall, record store, and you come up in empty-handed. It absolutely sucks. It's one thing that we all just hate. It's like a depressing feeling. It really is. There's a void. It's like this entire trek out was for nothing. So you become creative and you kind of invent your own Kiss collecting in a way. Insert this, a Magic Mountain advertisement brochure from 1978. Now this is not a park map. This is like, you know, when you went on vacation with your family when you were little and you would end up at some hotel like a Holiday Inn, and in the lobby of the hotel there would be a display of like all the brochures of fun things to do in that town, like go-kart tracks, amusement parks, caves to explore.
Everybody in the car, boat leaves in 2 minutes. Or perhaps you don't want to see the second largest ball of twine on the face of the earth, which is only 4 short hours away.
And that's what this is. This is actually an advertisement brochure for Magic Mountain. Ever since I have been a fan of this movie, I've been on the hunt for a 78 Magic Mountain map, because I want the map that's behind Devereaux. I know it won't be that big, but I just want that map framed in the Wax Night basement. That, and I'm just a huge fan of amusement parks alone. I love going to amusement parks. It's like my summer, spring, fall escape. And this was my map from when my wife and I went to Magic Mountain in 2003. Did some Phantom of the Park location hunting. But Devereaux's lab would have been right over here.
The workshop's located underneath the Sky Tower.
And then these are just some of my other maps. Nerd out moment, I'm sorry. Cedar Point map from Sandusky. This thing is huge. It folds out to be a poster. Look at how awesomely big this amusement park map is. Kings Island in Cincinnati, where the Brady Bunch once went. Actually matched up those Brady Bunch locations. That was fun.
Perfect.
Another Cedar Point in Ohio, Valley Fair in Minnesota, Six Flags Chicago, Six Flags St. Louis, and then a shit ton of Worlds of Fun here in Kansas City. I live in Kansas City, so I go there often, and I'm sorry for the diversion here, just a little nerd fun. But back to this brochure, how cool is this 1978 brochure talking about Magic Mountain and the 1978 season, and opening spring 78 Magic Mountain's Colossus, the ride featured in Phantom of the Park and National Lampoon's Vacation. And as we all know, the ride was not functional during the Phantom of the Park filming, but was functional during Vacation. But how cool is this? This is advertising the ride, and from a Kiss fan point of view, it's fun to imagine when location hunting for this movie began, pre-production. This brochure probably passed the Acoin desk. I'm sure every amusement park in the world was considered for the filming of this movie. So obviously research had to be done, and I would assume with the Colossus being a major part of this film when the band fights the apes, that a brochure advertising this ride opening 1978. In my own little Kiss world, my own little Kiss fantasy land, I love to believe that a brochure like this crossed the Aucoin desk. And I'm an amusement park fan anyway, so it's fun to have. Having the tie-in to Phantom of the Park and the opening of the Colossus ride is the icing on the cake. This was so much fun and a way to collect Kiss without collecting Kiss. And while we are talking collecting Phantom of the Park, a new piece of merch has come into the Wax 9 basement, and that is the European VHS for Phantom of the Park. Crazy generic cover. Like, this is the lamest Phantom of the Park cover I think I've seen, but it's also kind of fun. Super fun back cover, more pictures than we're used to on the American version. And for as lame as the box is on the front, the back of the box makes up for it. The European box is pretty cool, especially the back. And little old me was all excited one night to watch Phantom of the Park European version, and I stuck it in our old VCR, and yeah, it's stuck. There you get to see the label, but it's being held in there by tape. I have to take this VCR apart and try to get that out of here. I feel like a high school kid. You just got a Bob Ross.
All right.
I feel like a high school kid that just tried to watch a porno and it got stuck in the VCR, and now I'm gonna have to take apart the VCR before Mom gets home, and this sucks. I really wanted to watch this, not that it would be different, but really wanted to watch it, and it's stuck in here. So there you go. What I really want to talk about is the 45th anniversary of Phantom of the Park that's coming up in October, and will Kiss celebrate this? My first answer to that is no, they will not. Maybe we will get shirts, posters, pins. That's it. But my wish list is we would get a Phantom of the Park box set. And that is what I want to talk about tonight. My first part of the wish, a box. An actual box set. And a cool looking box. You know, and I know, how fun it was to get these Kiss box sets in the mail. The Dynasty and Creatures covers with that kind of mylar finish, how they reflected in the light, absolutely beautiful. And how cool would it be to get a giant box with the Phantom of the Park cover art on it? Second item is a book, and I know Kiss would do their own book like they did with the Destroyer box and the Creatures box, but honestly, no one has done a Phantom of the Park book as good as Per Strid and Elaine Beliche did with the Demons of Rock and the Phantom book. This book is absolutely amazing and is a wonderful celebration of this film. It would be cool if we would get a DVD of the original television version of Phantom of the Park and Attack of the Phantoms. Unfortunately, I think our days of that are done though. Paul said to Sebastian Bach on a cruise something about releasing all that Sam Loomis footage, and he said, well, there's no market for DVDs anymore. If Paul doesn't think there's a market for it, I doubt we ever get a DVD. My next wish for the box set, release a VHS version of it in the box. I know this is Fantasyland dreaming kind of stuff, but they're making cassettes again. There are some kids out there that like physical media, God bless you all, and some kids want cassettes. I know there's a huge market for VHS tapes. There are VHS collectors out there, and how cool would it be to get a brand new VHS copy of Phantom of the Park in a clamshell box? Oh my lord, I mean, I would literally freak out, especially since my VCR just ate my European version. That would be amazingly cool. Kiss doing something like this would throw everyone off their feet because it would be unexpected and something very cool Kiss has never really done before. Next up, a poster. I was so in need of a Phantom of the Park poster in my life. I actually made this picture to hang on my wall with Mod Podge and a frame. Still hangs on my wall to this day because I love it. And I needed a Phantom of the Park poster. So that would be a perfect inclusion in a Phantom box set. Or a tapestry. This tapestry was sent to me by my buddy Ewok with no name from Instagram. And this thing is absolutely cool. But during the day, this is like a lit up poster. Tapestry would be another great inclusion in a box set. I just noticed this Phantom frame I made. Look, a little girl named Katie painted a nice little picture one day for her mom probably, or grandma. And I ruined it by making a Phantom picture. Another little fun thing I made right underneath my Phantom picture, I made missing posters for Chopper, Slime, and Dirty D. And these are actual, real missing children's posters that I just filled out and made my own little Phantom of the Park fun. Much like I wish Kiss would do with a box set. And lastly, a soundtrack. A long time ago, I made a Phantom of the Park soundtrack with all the tracks from Phantom of the Park. Of course, I couldn't do Beth acoustically, but I thought that was super cool. And then I also made an Attack of the Phantom soundtrack with all of the tracks from Attack of the Phantom. But my ultimate wish list piece of that soundtrack would be like, make it a double record and make side 1, 2, and 3 Phantom of the Park or Attack of the Phantom soundtrack, and make side 4 a haunted house album like those old Disney haunted house albums that we grew up with, and make it all that Hoyt Curtin 1978 TV movie music and the Chamber of Thrills sound effects. Boom, the coolest thing you could possibly get from a Kiss box set. So that's my wish list for a Phantom of the Park box set, 45th anniversary edition, this October 2023. I know it won't happen because I'm highly doubtful Kiss will do anything to celebrate this movie. It'll just go unnoticed, and we will be daydreaming of a cool Phantom of the Park box set. You can always go back and watch this video and think what could have been. Thank you for hanging with us tonight here in the Wax 9 basement and waxing a little rock and roll nostalgia with us here in the Wax 9 basement. Be good to your babies. Spay, neuter, microchip. Take care. Be safe. We will talk to you soon. It's nappy time. Good night.